Hello student, welcome to my channel The Learn Physics. I have already uploaded the one short video of NCERT chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now today I will be discussing the chapter 7 of NCERT class 12. Now the today's discussions are AC voltage across the resistor, AC voltage across the inductor, capacitor, LR circuit, CR circuit and LCR series circuit. The power in AC circuit, LC oscillation and finally transformer and numericals of NCERT related to this topic. So let's start. Now AC voltage in resistive circuit. The AC voltage V equal to V naught sin omega t is applied in a resistor of resistance capital R. So instantaneous current I is equal to V by R. Therefore, V naught sin omega t divided by R. Therefore, this is the I naught sin omega t, where I naught equal to V naught by R is the peak value of alternating current. Look at this, the phase of the voltage is omega t and phase of the current is also omega t. So in resistive circuit, current and voltage are in phase. That is, when voltage maximum, current also maximum. When voltage 0, current also 0. Now this can be shown in figure. Look at this, along y-axis the instantaneous voltage or current are represented. Now look at this. Now this line represents the V equal to V naught sin omega t. And look at this. This is the red line represents the I equal to I naught sin omega t. That is, when voltage maximum, current also maximum. The voltage 0, current also 0. Therefore, current and voltage are in phase. Okay. Now mean value of current. The steady current which when flow through a circuit for the half period of AC sends same charge as sent by AC in same time and in same circuit is called mean value of current. So look at this, if Im be the mean value of current, then charge sent by this mean value of current for time t by 2 is same as charge sent by AC, that is I dt from the time interval 0 to t by 2. Now I equal to I naught sin omega t. So look at this, this is the 0 to t by 2, this is the I naught sin omega t dt. Now look at this, this is the I naught and integration of sin omega t, this is the minus cos omega t divided by omega from time interval t by 2 to 0. So look at this, this is the Im into t by 2. So I naught by omega, this into cos 0 minus cos omega t by 2. Now we know omega t equal to 2 pi. So omega t by 2 equal to pi. Cos pi equal to minus 1. So look at this, this is the 1 minus minus 1. So this is the 2 I naught by omega. Now from this equation we can write Im equal to 2 I naught by omega into t by 2. So this is the 4 I naught by omega t and this is the 4 I naught divided by 2 pi. So this is the 2 I naught by pi is the mean value of current. Now the mean value of current for next half cycle, this is the minus 2 I naught by pi. Look at this. This is the 2 I naught by pi in the first half cycle, and in the next half cycle this is the minus 2 I naught by pi. So the average value, so mean value of current in a complete cycle, this plus this equal to 0. Now look at this RMS current, IRMS. The steady current which when flow through a resistance produces same heating effect in a given time as produced by AC in same resistance and in same time. Therefore, heat produced by IRMS, heat produced by IRMS is equal to heat produced by AC for the same time. Now look at this, heat produced by IRMS square into R into T, that's done by, this is the I square R dt, integration from 0 to T. Now we know I equal to I naught sin omega t. So look at this, this is the I naught square sin square omega t into R dt. So look at this, this is the I naught square R and integration of sin square omega t dt. Now look at this, this is the I naught square R by 2 and integration 1 minus cos 2 omega t dt from 0 to t. Okay? Now look at this, so this is the IRMS, this equal to, look at this, this is the I naught square by 2t, and look at this, this is the t and this is the 0. So this integration is t minus 0. So this is the I square, I naught square by 2. Therefore IRMS equals to I naught by root 2. Okay? Now next. Look at this. Find RMS value of current of I equal to I1 sin omega t plus I2 cos omega t plus I3. Now we know the RMS value of I naught sin omega t is I naught by root 2. So look at this, the RMS value of I1 sin omega t is I1 by root 2. Now RMS value of I2 cos omega t is I2 by root 2, and RMS value of I3 is also I3. The net RMS value of this current, this is the IRMS, this equals to root under of this square plus this square plus this square. So look at this, this is the I1 by root 2 whole square, this is the I2 by root 2 whole square, this is the I3 square. So look at this, this is the 1 by root 2 and this is the I1 square plus I2 square plus 2 I3 square. Okay, next. Now look at this, a light bulb is rated at 100 watt for a 220 volt supply. Find resistance of the bulb, the peak voltage source and RMS current. Now look at this. Here power P is given, power equals to, this is the 100 watt, V equals to 220 volt. Okay. Now look at this, this voltage is the RMS voltage. Okay. Look at this, so R becomes, this is the V square by P. So this is the 220 square divided by 100. So this is the 484 ohm is the resistance of the bulb. Now peak value of the voltage. We know the RMS value of the voltage is peak value of voltage divided by root 2. So peak value of voltage is the root 2 times of Vrms. Look at this. Here Vrms is the 220 volt. So this is the root 2 into 220. So this is the 311 volt. Okay. Now RMS current. Look at this. RMS current I equals to P by V. This is the 100 divided by 220 volt. So this is the 10 by 22 ampere. This equal to 0.45 ampere. Okay, understood? Look at this NCERT numerical 7.1. The resistance of a circuit is 100 ohm. Now RMS voltage in the circuit is 220 volt and frequency is 50 Hz. We have to calculate IRMS and total power consumed in a cycle. Now look at this. This is the Vrms. So IRMS, this equal to V by R. So this is the 220 divided by 100. So this is the 2.2 ampere. Now what is the power consumed? Look at this. Power consumed is the Vrms into IRMS. So look at this. Vrms is the 220 and this is the 2.2. So this is the 484 watt is the power consumed in the circuit. Okay. Now next. Now look at this. V equal to V naught sin omega t is applied in an inductor of inductance L. If I be the instantaneous current, then voltage drop in it minus L di by dt. Now applying Kirchhoff's voltage law, this is the V minus L di by dt, this equal to 0. So look at this, V equal to L di by dt. Now look at this is the V naught sin omega t and this is the L di by dt. So here di equal to V naught by L, this is the sin omega t dt. Now integrating this equation we get di equals to V naught by L, this is the sin omega t plus c, where c is the constant of integration. Now from this equation we can write I equal to, this is the V naught by omega L negative sign cos omega t plus c. Look at this. This is the AC current. This is the variable term. This is the AC current. It is the variable term. This also the time dependent term. So this is the constant term, can be avoided to discuss the current. So look at this, the current I becomes, look at this, this is the V naught by omega L negative sign cos omega t. Now this can be written as V naught by XL, this is the sin omega t minus pi by 2. Okay. So look at this, where XL is the inductive reactance. Now this becomes I naught sin omega t minus pi by 2. This is the instantaneous value of current in the inductive circuit. Look at this, in inductive circuit, current I equals to I naught sin omega t minus pi by 2 and phase of voltage is omega t. So current in the inductive circuit lags behind the voltage by pi by 2, or so inductive voltage VL leads current by pi by 2. Okay. Now we represent the voltage and current in a diagram. Okay. Along this axis, voltage V or current I are represented, and along this axis time t is represented. Now V equal to V naught sin omega t is represented by the black line. So this is the 0, this is the half time period and this is the time period t. Now when t0, look at this, when t0 current is negative, this is the minus I naught. So this is the, so this graph, the red line graph represents the I equal to I naught sin omega t minus pi by 2. Okay. Now if we plot a graph between angular frequency omega and reactance omega L, the graph becomes straight line passing through origin. That is, when omega increases, the inductive reactance also increases. Omega decreases, inductive reactance also decreases. Okay. Now next. Now 220 volt 50 Hertz AC voltage is applied in an inductor of inductance 44 millihenry. We have to calculate RMS current. Look at this, this is the RMS voltage. So look at this, the RMS current IRMS equal to VRMS divided by omega L. Now look at this, this is the 220 volt and omega means 2 pi f. So this is the 2 pi into frequency 50 and this is the 44. So 44 into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay. Now look at this and this is the 5. Okay. Now this is the 50,000 divided by 2 pi into 50. So look at this and this is the 100. So this is the 50 by pi is the RMS current in the circuit. Okay. Now NCERT 7.2. Look at this, peak voltage 300 volt. We have to calculate RMS voltage. Now IRMS is given, we have to calculate peak current. The relation is, this is the IRMS equal to I naught by root 2 and VRMS is also, this is the V naught by root 2. Now here V naught given, we have to calculate VRMS. So look at this is the VRMS is equal to 300 by root 2. So this is the 150 root 2 volt. Now look at this, here IRMS given, we have to calculate I naught. Now look at this is the 10 divided by I naught by root 2. So look at this, I naught equals to 10 root 2 ampere. Okay. Now next. Now look at this, 220 volt 50 Hertz AC source is applied in an inductor of inductance 25 millihenry. We have to calculate the inductive reactance and RMS current. Now look at this, we know inductive reactance XL equals to omega L. This is the 2 pi f into L. Now this is the 6.28, f is the 50 and L is the, look at this is the 25 into 10 to the power minus 3 ohm. This becomes 7.85 ohm. Okay. Now RMS current. Look at this, 220 volt is the RMS voltage. So look at this, IRMS, this is the RMS voltage by XL. Now 220 divided by 7.85, so this is 28 ampere. Okay. Now current in capacitive circuit. Look at this, V equal to V naught sin omega t is applied in a circuit containing capacitor of capacitance C. Suppose instantaneous current I and instantaneous charge stored in it is, this is the Q. So potential difference between the two plates of the capacitor, this is the Q by C. Now apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. Look at this is the V minus Q by C, this equal to 0. Therefore Q by C equal to V. Therefore Q equal to CV equal to C V naught sin omega t. Now the current I equals to dq by dt. So this is the C V naught. This is the omega cos omega t. Okay. Now look at this. This is the V naught divided by 1 by omega c. This is the sine omega t plus pi by 2. Now look at this. This current I is equal to V naught by Xc, where Xc is the capacitive reactance of the circuit. Okay. Now V naught by Xc is equal to I naught peak current sine, this is the omega t plus pi by 2. Look at this. Here phase of the voltage is omega t, but phase of the current in the capacitor is omega t plus pi by 2. So current in capacitive circuit leads the voltage by pi by 2. Therefore, capacitive voltage lags behind the current by pi by 2. Okay. Now we have to draw the voltage or current along the y-axis and time along x-axis. Look at this here, voltage V equal to V naught sine omega t. So this can be represented as, look at this, this is the voltage, this is the V equal to V naught sine omega t. Okay. Now look at this, when t equal to 0, I equal to I naught sine pi by 2. So I naught is positive. So look at this, when voltage 0, the current is maximum. So it starts from here and then this and then maximum. Okay. So look at this. This represents the I equal to I naught sine. This is the omega t plus pi by 2. And this is the V equal to V naught sine omega t. Okay. Now look at this. Now from above discussion it clears that resistive voltage is in phase with current. The inductive voltage leads the current by pi by 2 and capacitive voltage lags behind the current by pi by 2. Now VR is represented along x-axis. So current is also along x-axis. As inductive voltage leads the current by pi by 2, so it also leads by VR divided by pi by 2. So VL should be represented along positive y-axis and capacitive voltage lags behind the current by pi by 2. So VC can be represented along negative y-axis. This is the VC. Okay. This is the phasor diagram of VL, VR and VC. Understood? Now next. Now current through LR circuit. Suppose the AC voltage V equal to V naught sine omega t is applied in a circuit containing inductor L and resistor R in series. Suppose instantaneous current be I. So voltage drop across inductor is I XL. So this is the I omega L. This voltage leads the current by pi by 2. And voltage drop across the resistor is I into R. So this voltage VR is in phase with the current. If VR is represented along positive x-axis, so VL should be represented along the positive y-axis because VL leads the VR by pi by 2. So look at this, the resultant voltage, look at this, the resultant voltage becomes along this direction. So this is the V. So resultant voltage V equal to, this is the under root of VR square plus VL square. If phase difference between current and voltage be phi, then look at this, this is the tan phi, this is the VL by VR. Now what is VL? VL is the I omega L and VR is the IR. So this is the I omega L divided by IR. So phi equal to tan inverse omega L by R. Okay. Now V equal to, look at this is the root under of VR square. So this is the I square omega square L square. So this is the I square omega square L square plus I square R square. So look at this I equal to V divided by root under of, this is the R square plus omega square L square, and this is the, so V equal to V naught sine, this is the omega t minus phi, and this is the Z. Z is the impedance of the LR circuit, where Z equal to, look at this, root under of R square plus omega square L square. Therefore I equal to I naught sine omega t minus phi, where phi is the phase difference between current and voltage. Understood? Now a numerical. Now look at this. This is a series. Now look at this. This is a series LR circuit. L equal to 0.5 Henry, resistance R equal to 100 ohm, and AC voltage is 240 volt 50 Hertz. We have to calculate the peak value of current and time interval between current maximum and voltage maximum. So look at this. First of all, the XL equal to omega L. Now omega equal to 2 pi f into L. This is the 2 pi into 50, and this is the 0.5. So this is the 50 pi. Now 50 pi equal to 157 ohm. Okay. Now look at this Z. Z equal to root under of R square plus XL square. Now look at this. This is the 100 square plus 157 whole square root under. Now look at this. The I naught equals to root 2 into I RMS. Now I RMS equal to V RMS by Z into root 2. So look at this. This is the 240 root 2 and Z equal to this. So look at this. This is the 100 square plus 157 whole square. This equals to 1.82 ampere. Okay. Now what is the phase difference between maximum voltage and maximum current? Now look at this. Phi equal to, this is the tan inverse, this is the omega L by R. Now this is the tan inverse, this is the 157 divided by 100. So this is the tan inverse 1.57. This equal to 57.5 degree. So this is the 57.5 into pi divided by 180 radian. Okay. If T be the time interval between current maximum and voltage maximum, then phi equal to omega t, and this is the 57.5 into pi divided by 180. Now this is the 2 pi into 50, and this is the t. So this is the 57.5 pi, and this is the 180. Now pi and pi cancel out. So t equal to 57.5 divided by 1800. Okay. This equal to 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 3 second equal to 3.2 millisecond. Okay. Therefore the time interval between current maximum and voltage maximum is 3.2 millisecond. Okay. Now look at this. The AC voltage 200 sin 1000 t is applied in an inductor of 60 millihenry and a resistor of 80 ohm. Now we have to calculate I naught, I RMS, instantaneous wave current, and phi. Okay. Now we have to calculate the peak value of current, RMS value of current, instantaneous current, and phase difference between current and voltage. Okay. Now let's start. Look at this. here XL, this equal to omega L. Now omega equal to 1000. So look at this, this is the 1000 into 60 into 10 to the power, this is the minus 3. So this is the 60 ohm. Now what is Z? Z equal to root under of, this is the XL square plus R square. So look at this, this is the 60 square plus 80 square. Now 60 square equal to 3600 and 80 square equal to 6400. So look at this, this is the 3600 plus 6400. So this becomes 1000. So this is the 100 ohm. Now this is the peak voltage. So what is the peak current? Look at this, the peak current I equal to V naught by Z. So this is the 200 by 100. So this is the 2 ampere. Now what is RMS value of current? Look at this, I RMS equal to I naught by root 2. So this is the 2 by root 2. So this is the root 2 ampere. Okay. Now instantaneous value of current. To get the instantaneous value of current, first of all we have to calculate the phase difference. Now phi equal to, this is the tan inverse and this is the omega L divided by R. So look at this, this is the tan inverse, omega L equal to 60 ohm, R equals to 80 ohm. So look at this, this is the tan inverse 3 by 4. So this is the 37 degree. So instantaneous value of current I equal to, this is the I naught sine, this is the omega t minus 37 degree. Now what is I naught? I naught equal to 2 ampere. So this is the 2 sine, and what is omega? Omega equal to 1000. So this is the 1000 t minus 37 degree is the instantaneous value of current. Okay. Now current through shear circuit. Suppose V equal to V naught sin omega t is applied in a circuit containing the capacitance C and resistance R. The instantaneous current be I. So voltage drop across the capacitor VC equal to I by omega C lags behind the current by pi by 2. And voltage drop across the resistor is IR. Is in phase with the current. VR is represented by along x-axis. So VC should be represented along negative y-axis. This is the VC. So look at this, the resultant voltage, look at this, the resultant voltage, this represented along the diagonal of this. So this is the V. Now V equal to under root of, this is the VR square plus VC square. If phi be the phase difference, then look at this, this is the tan phi, this is the VC by VR. Now what is VC? Now VC equal to I by omega C and this is the IR. So this is the 1 by omega CR. Therefore phi equal to tan inverse, look at this, I by omega CR is the phase difference between current in shear circuit and voltage. Okay. Now look at this, the V equal to, look at this V equal to, this is the I square omega square C square plus I square R square. So look at this, I into root under of, this is the R square plus 1 by omega square C square, this equal to V. So look at this, I equal to V naught sine omega t plus phi. Look at this, as current leads the voltage, so this becomes omega t plus phi. Okay. So look at this, this divided by root under of R square plus 1 by omega square C square. So this is the V naught by Z impedance of shear circuit into sine of, this is the omega t plus phi. So this is the I naught sine omega t plus phi is the instantaneous current in the shear circuit. Okay. Now this is the variable frequency AC source. Now its frequency increases. This is a capacitor and bulb in series with the capacitor. Now when frequency increases, look at this, the capacitive reactance 1 by omega c decreases. If 1 by omega c decreases, then Z equal to root under of x square plus r square also decreases. As Z decreases, so current I naught equal to V naught by Z increases. As current increases, so heat produced in the filament coil also increases. Therefore, brightness increases. Therefore, if frequency of the AC source increases, brightness also increases. Frequency decreases, brightness decreases. Okay? Now a numerical. Look at this. The AC voltage 282 sin 1000 T is applied in a capacitor 10 microfarad and a resistor 100 ohm are in series. We have to calculate the peak current, the RMS value of current, instantaneous current and phase difference between current and voltage. Okay? Now look at this. This is the capacitive reactance XC. This is the 1 by omega C. So look at this. Omega is equal to, look at this, 1000 and C equal to 10 microfarad. Now look at this. So this is the 10 to the power 6 by 100. So this is the 100 ohm is the capacitive reactance. Now what is Z? Z equal to root under of r square plus x square. Look at this, r is the 100 square, r is the 100, so 100 square plus 100 square, so this is the 100 root. So this is the 141 ohm. Now we have to calculate peak current. Now peak current I naught equal to V naught by Z. Look at this, V naught is the 282 and this is the 141, so this is the 2 ampere. Now what is the RMS value? Now IRMS, this is the I naught by root 2, so 2 by root 2, so this is the root 2 ampere, that is 1.41 ampere. Now what is the instantaneous value of current? To get the instantaneous value of current, we have to calculate the phase difference phi between the current and voltage. 10 inverse XC by R. Now, this is the 10 inverse. What is XC? XC is the 100. So this is the 100. R also 100. So this is the 10 inverse 1. So this is the pi by 4. Okay. Now instantaneous value of current I equal to I naught sin. This is the omega t plus phi because it is the shear circuit. Now look at this, I naught equals to 2 and this is the sine, omega is the 1000, so this is the 1000 t plus pi by 4 is the instantaneous value of current in the AC circuit. Okay, look at this, this is a this is a series shear circuit. C equal to 100 microfarad, R equals to 40 ohm and AC voltage 110 volts 60 hertz is applied. We have to calculate the peak value of current and time lag between the current maximum and voltage maximum. So look at this. First of all, we have to calculate the capacitive reactance XC. This equal to 1 by omega C. Now what is omega? Omega is the 2 pi f and this is the C. So this is the 2 pi and this is the 60. And look at this, this is the 100 into 10 to the power minus 6. So look at this is the 10 to the power 4 by 120 pi. So this is the 1000 divided by 12 pi. Okay. So this is the 26.5 ohm. Okay. Now we have to calculate Z. Now Z equal to root under of, this is the x square plus r square. So look at this. This is the 26.5 whole square and this is the 40 square. This is almost 48 ohm. Okay. Now look at this, I naught equal to V naught by Z. Now V naught equal to V RMS into root 2 divided by Z. Look at this. This is the 110 root 2 divided by 48 ampere. This is the 3.2 ampere is the peak current. Okay. Now the time lag between the maximum current and maximum voltage. So phi equal to, this is the tan inverse, this is the XC divided by R. Now look at this is the tan inverse XC, this is the 26.5 by 40. Okay. So this is the 33.56 degree. That is the 33.56 into pi by 180 radian. Now look at this is the omega t. So time lag t equal to 33.56 into pi divided by 180 into omega. What is the value of omega? Look at this. Omega equal to 2 pi into 60. Okay. This is 1.55 into 10 to the power minus 3 second. That is 1.55 millisecond is the time difference between current maximum and voltage maximum. Okay. Now series LCR circuit. Suppose V equal to V naught sine omega t is applied in a series LCR circuit. Suppose instantaneous current be I. So look at this. The voltage drop across the inductor is IXL. So this is the I omega L. This leads the current by pi by 2. Now voltage drop across the inductor, this is the I into XC, so this is the I by omega C, and this lags behind the current by pi by 2. Now the voltage drop across the resistor, this is the I into R, this is in phase with the current. If VR is represented along x-axis, then VL should be represented along positive y-axis and VC is represented by negative y-axis. So look at this is the VL and VC are in opposite phase. So this represents, look at this represents VL minus, so this represents VL minus VC. Therefore, the resultant voltage, look at this is the VR, this is the VL minus VC. So resultant voltage becomes this is the V. Okay. And phi is the phase difference. So look at this is the 10 phi, this is the VL minus VC. So this is the VL minus VC divided by VR. So phi equal to 10 inverse. Look at this is the I omega L minus I by omega C divided by IR. So look at this is the 10 inverse omega L minus 1 by omega C divided by R. Okay. Now look at this, the resultant voltage V equal to root under of, look at this is the VR square plus VL minus VC whole square. Now put the value, look at this is the I square R square and this is the I square and this is the omega L minus 1 by omega C whole square. So look at this, here I into root under of, this is the R square plus omega L minus 1 by omega C whole square, this equal to V. Now look at this, I equal to, this is the V naught sine omega t and phase difference phi minus phi, and this is the Z. This term is the impedance of LCR series circuit. Now look at this is the I naught sine omega t minus phi is the instantaneous current in LCR series circuit. Okay, where phi is the phase difference, this is the 10 inverse of this. Now resonance. In series LCR circuit, I naught equal to V naught divided by root under of, this is the R square plus omega L minus omega C whole square. Now look at this, the current in LCR series circuit becomes maximum when these terms becomes 0. So I naught max, this is the V naught by R, where look at this, where omega L minus 1 by omega C equal to 0. So omega L equal to 1 by omega C. So omega square equal to 1 by LC. So omega equal to omega naught equal to 1 by root under LC is called resonant angular frequency. Now, frequency of resonance F naught is equal to omega by 2 pi. So, this is the 1 by 2 pi root under LC. So, at resonance, the current becomes maximum. And look at this as omega L minus 1 by omega C 0. So, phase difference between current and voltage, this is the omega L minus omega C by R, is also 0. Impedance is equal to R. VL equal to VC. Power is maximum. Okay. Now, if a graph is plotted between angular frequency and current through it, when resistance R1 equals to 200, this graph represents the variation of current with frequency. Look at this, at resonance the current becomes maximum. Now look at this, when R equals to 100, look at this, the current is more and peak current is also more. Therefore, the resonance becomes more prominent if resistance of the circuit becomes minimum. Now look at this, when omega less than omega naught, that is this region, here VC greater than VL. So in this region the circuit becomes capacitor dominated circuit and here current leads the voltage. When omega greater than omega naught, then VL greater than VC. So this region is the inductor dominated circuit and here current lags behind the voltage. Okay. Now next. Now sharpness of resonance. Look at this. At omega equal to omega naught equals to 1 by root under LC, the resonance is occurred and power becomes maximum. Now look at this, at a certain frequency more than omega naught and less than omega naught, the power becomes half of maximum power. Suppose this frequency becomes omega naught plus delta omega and here this is the omega naught minus delta omega. At these two frequency the power becomes half of maximum power. Then this difference of frequency is called bandwidth. Now the sharpness of resonance is defined as omega naught divided by bandwidth. At resonance the maximum current I naught, this is the V naught by R, and maximum power P equal to, this is the I naught square R. At half power frequency current is I. Current is I. So look at this, here power I square R is equal to half of P. So this is the I naught square by 2 into R. So look at this, I equal to I naught by root 2. This is the V naught by Z and this is the V naught by root 2R. So look at this, here Z square equal to 2R square. Now Z square equal, look at this, Z square equal to R square plus omega L minus 1 by omega C whole square. This is equal to 2R square. Okay. Now omega L minus 1 by omega C whole square equal to 2R square minus R square. This is equal to R square. Okay. So look at this. This is the omega L minus 1 by omega C. This is the R. Here omega equal to omega naught plus delta omega. Therefore, from this equation, omega naught plus delta omega minus 1 by omega naught plus delta omega into C, and this is the L equal to R. Okay, now we know omega naught L equals to 1 by omega naught C. Okay, so look at this. This is the omega naught 1 plus delta omega by omega naught into L minus this is the omega naught C 1 plus delta omega by omega naught equal to R. Now look at this. 1 by omega naught C equal to omega naught L. So look at this. This is the omega naught L into 1 plus delta omega by omega naught and minus omega naught L. Look at this. 1 by omega naught C equals to omega naught L, and this is the 1 plus delta omega by omega naught to the power minus 1. This equals to R. Now omega naught L, this is the, look at this, this is the 1 plus delta omega by omega naught, and this is the minus 1 minus delta omega by omega naught, this equal to R. So look at this. Here 1 and this one cancel out. So look at this, omega naught L into 2 delta omega by omega naught, this equal to R. Okay, here omega naught divided by 2 delta omega, this is the omega naught L by R. This is the expression of sharpness of resonance. So smaller the value of R, greater the sharpness of resonance. This term is also known as quality factor. So smaller value of R, quality of the resonance is high. Okay, and the two frequency omega naught minus delta omega and omega naught plus delta omega are called half power frequency. Now from this expression, look at this, the delta omega is equal to R by 2L. So look at this, half power frequencies are omega naught minus R by 2L and omega naught plus R by 2L. Okay, this is the series LCR circuit. L equals to 10 Henry, C equals to 10 microfarad and R equals to 40 ohm. Now alternating voltage 220 volt of variable frequency is applied in the circuit. Now find the source frequency at which resonance occurred. Now an AC source of 220 volt of variable frequency is applied in the circuit. We have to calculate the resonance frequency, RMS current at resonance and VL, VC, VR and VL plus VC plus VR greater than V and explain this anomaly. Okay. Now look at this, the resonance frequency omega naught, this is the 1 by root under L into C. So look at this, this is the root over 10 and this is the 10 into 10 to the power minus 6. This is the 10 to the power 2 radian per second. So this is the 100 radian per second. Okay. Now current. The resonance current IRMS is equal to, look at this, this is the 220 divided by R. At resonance, impedance equals to resistance. So this is the 5.5 ampere is the current. Now we have to calculate VL, VC and VR, and we have to prove this greater than this. Now look at this, VL is equal to I omega L. I equal to 5.5, omega naught is equal to 100 and L equals to 10. So this is the 5500 volt. In the same way, VC equal to VL at resonance. So this is also 550 volt. Now VR equals to I into R. So this is the 5.5 into 40. So this is the 220 volt. Now look at this. VL plus VC plus VR. This is equal to 11,220 volt. So 11,220 volt. This is greater than applied voltage 220 volt. Why this occurs? We know the VL and VC are in opposite phase, and both VL and VC have phase difference with VR is 90 degree. That is why this plus this greater than V. Okay, understood? In series LCR circuit, L equal to 25.48 millihenry, C equal to 796 microfarad, R equal to 3 ohm, and AC voltage 283 volt 50 Hz is applied in the LCR series circuit. We have to calculate the impedance, the phase difference, power factor, and power dissipated in the circuit. Now, first of all, impedance. Look at this. First of all, XL. XL equals to omega L. Now omega equals to 2 pi into 50, and L equals to, look at this, this is the 25.48 into 10 to the power minus 3. So look at this, this is the 100 pi into 25.48 into 10 to the power minus 3. So look at this, this is the pi into 2.548 ohm. Okay. Now this is almost equal to 8 ohm. Now XC, look at this, XC is to 1 by omega C. Now look at this, this is the 2 pi into 50, and C equal to 796, and this is the 10 to the power 6. This is the 100 pi into 796, okay, into 10 to the power 6, okay. This is the 100 divided by pi into 7.96. Now this into this equal to 25, so this is the 4 ohm. Now Z equal to, this is the R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Look at this, R equal to 3, so this is the 3 square, plus look at this, this is the 8, this is the 4, 8 minus 4 whole square. So look at this, the Z is the 5. Okay, the phase difference. Look at this, the phase difference phi equal to 10 inverse XL minus XC divided by R. So XL, so this is the 10 inverse XL minus XC is the 4, XL minus XC is the 4, and R is the 3. So this is the 53 degree. Now power factor. Now power factor cos phi, this equals to R by Z. Now R equal to 3 and Z equal to 5, so this is the 3 by 5, that is 0.6 is the power factor. Okay, now look at this, this is the peak value of the voltage. So VRMS is equal to 283 divided by root 2, so this is the 200 volt. Now IRMS equal to, this is the 200 by 5, so this is the 40 ampere. Now power dissipated, this is the IRMS square into R. Now this is the 40 square into R equal to 3, so this is the 4800 watt is the power dissipated in the circuit. Okay, understood? Now next, look at this. 230 volt AC of variable frequency is applied in an LCR series circuit. We have to calculate the resonance frequency, current, and voltage drop across each components. Now look at this. First of all, source frequency omega naught, this equals to root under L into C. So look at this, this is the 5 into 80 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, so look at this, this is the 1000 divided by, this is the 400 means 20. So look at this, this is the 50 radian per second is the frequency of the source at which resonance occurred. Okay, now at resonance Z equal to R. So current I equal to, this is the 230 divided by 40. So this is the 230 by 4. So this is the 5.75 ampere is the current. Now look at this VL. This is the I omega naught L. Now I equal to 5.75. Okay, omega naught, this is the 50 and L is the 5. Okay, so look at this. This is the 1437.5 volt. Now VC equal to VL and this is the 1437.5 volt. Now VR equals to, look at this, I into R. So this is the 5.75 volt into this is the 40. So look at this, this is the 230 volt. Okay. Now look at this, here VL plus VC plus VR greater than voltage applied, because look at this, these are in opposite phase and both VL and VC are 90-degree phase difference with VR. Okay. Now next. Now look at this, the power dissipation in AC circuit. Suppose instantaneous voltage V equal to V naught sin omega t and instantaneous current I equal to I naught sin omega t plus phi, where phi is the phase difference between current and voltage. Now the energy dissipated dW in time dt is VI dt. Now put the value of this. So this is the V naught, I naught, this is the sin omega t into sin of omega t plus phi. Okay. Now into dt. Look at this. This is the half V naught, I naught. Now look at this. 2 sin A sin B. So this is the cos of phi minus cos of 2 omega t plus phi into dt. Okay. Now look at this, the total power in a period. This is the half V naught, I naught. This is the 0 to t. This is the cos phi minus cos of 2 omega t plus phi into dt is the, now into dt. Okay. Now look at this. This equals to half V naught, I naught, and this is the cos phi into t, and this is the 0. Okay. Now this is the half V naught, I naught, cos phi into t. So power P equal to W by T. So this is the half V naught, I naught, cos phi is the power dissipated in a AC circuit, where phi is the phase difference and cos phi is the power factor. In an inductive or capacitive circuit, the phase difference between voltage and current is pi by 2. So in inductive or capacitive circuit, the power dissipation is equal to 0. Okay. Now LC oscillation. The capacitor C and inductor L are connected in series. The initial energy is electrical energy and this is equal to Q naught square by 2C. Suppose instantaneous charge in the capacitor is Q. So PD across the capacitor is Q by C. Now applying Kirchhoff's voltage law, we get, look at this, Q by C minus L di by dt, this equal to 0, because here voltage drop minus L di by dt. Okay. So look at this, here I equal to minus dq by dt, because here initial charge Q naught and this charge discharges to the inductor, so charge decreasing, that is why current I equal to minus dq by dt. Now put the value, this is the Q by C and this is the minus d dt of, look at this, minus dq by dt, this equal to 0. So finally you get L into d square Q by dt square plus Q by C equal to 0. So look at this, this is the d square Q by dt square this is the plus 1 by LC into Q equal to 0. So look at this. This is the d square Q. This is the d square Q by dt square plus this is the omega naught square into Q equal to 0. Where omega naught is equal to root under of 1 by LC. Okay. This is the second order differential equation. Its solution is Q equal to, this is the Q naught cos omega t plus phi. Now at t equal to 0, Q equal to Q naught. So look at this, this is the Q naught equal to Q into cos, this is the 0 plus phi. So look at this, this cancel out. So cos phi is equal to 1. So this is the cos 0 degree. Therefore phi equal to 0 degree. Okay. So from this equation, Q equal to Q naught cos omega naught into t is the equation of charge at a given instant. Okay. This is the sinusoidal equation. So energy of the circuit oscillates from electrical energy in capacitor to magnetic energy in inductor and vice versa. Now the period of oscillation t equal to, this is the 2 pi by omega naught. So this is the 2 pi root under of LC is the period of oscillation. Now look at this, when t equal to 0, Q equal to Q naught. Therefore total energy is electrical in capacitor. Now when t equal to t by 4, when t equal to t by 4, Q naught cos omega naught t by 4, omega naught t equal to 2 pi. So 2 pi by 4, that is the pi by 2. So cos pi by 2 0. So Q equal to 0. Therefore total energy is magnetic in inductor. Okay. Now at t equal to t by 2, look at this, Q equal to minus Q naught. So the capacitor again charged here. This is the positive, this plate is positive and this plate is negative. That is opposite polarity obtained. But energy is again in electrical. Now when t equal to 3t by 4, now Q equal to 0. So energy again in magnetic. So energy oscillates from electric field to magnetic field is known as LC oscillation. As inductor has some resistance, finally energy dissipates due to resistance in inductor. Now look at this, at that time t equal to t by 8, 3t by 8, this is the 5t by 8, this is the 7t by 8. Look at this, between this and this, between this and this, and between this and this, the energy in electric field is equal to the energy in magnetic field. Okay. Look at this. In an LC circuit, C equal to this and L equal to this, we have to calculate the frequency of LC oscillation. Now frequency of LC oscillation, this is the 1 by root under L into C. Look at this. This is the 27 into 10 to the power minus 3 and this is the 30 into 10 to the power minus 6. This is the under root. Okay. Now look at this. This is the, now look at this. This is the 10 to the power 4 divided by 81. So this is the 10 to the power 4 by 9 is the 9 radian per second. This is the 1.1 into 10 to the power 3 radian per second is the frequency of LC oscillation. Okay. Next, if charge in the capacitor be 6 into 10 to the power minus 3 coulomb, find the energy in the capacitor. Now energy in the capacitor, this is the Q square by 2C. So look at this, this is 6 into 10 to the power minus 3 whole square and divided by 2 into C is the 30 into 10 to the power minus 6. This is the 36 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 60 into 10 to the power minus 6. So this is the 0.6 joule. This is the initial energy of the capacitor. Now this energy oscillates between capacitor and inductor. Okay. This is the inductor and this is the capacitor. Applied voltage is 230 volt 50 hertz. Now we have to calculate I0, IRMS, VC, VL and average power transferred to capacitor and average power in the circuit. Now first of all look at this. This is the XL. XL equals to omega L. Now omega is the 2 pi into 50, this is the 50 and L is the 80 into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay. Now look at this is the 2 pi and look at this is the 4000 and this is the 10 to the power minus 3. So this is the 8 pi. Now 8 pi equals to 25 ohm almost. Now XC, look at this, XC equals to 1 by omega C. Now this is the omega, this is the 2 pi into 50 and C equal to, look at this is the 60, look at this is the 60 into 10 to the power 6. Now look at this is the 1 by 2 pi and this is the 3000, okay, into 10 to the power 6. So look at this is the 1000 divided by 6 pi. Now 6 pi equal to almost 20. So this is the 100,000 by 20. So look at this cancel out. So this is the 50. So net impedance is equal to 50 minus 25. So 25. So look at this, IRMS is equal to 230 divided by 25. Okay, amperes. This is the 9.2 ampere. Okay. Now we have to calculate. Look at this, VL. VL equals to I into XL. Now look at this is the 25. So look at this is the 9.2 into 25. So this is the 230 volt. Now what is VC? VC equals to I into XC. So 9.2 into 50. So this is the 460 volt. Okay. Now average power transferred to the capacitor is 0 because in capacitor the phase difference between current and voltage is pi by 2, so power transfer 0. Now total power dissipated in the circuit is also 0 because the phase difference between current and net voltage is 90 degree. Now look at this transformer. Now first of all definition. It is a device which converts AC power from high voltage to low voltage or vice versa is called transformer. Now principle. The principle of transformer is mutual induction. Now look at this is the primary and secondary coil of a transformer. These primary and secondary coils are wound on a laminated iron core. Laminated iron core reduces the eddy current in the iron core. This iron core is made of soft iron to minimize the hysteresis loss. Suppose an alternating voltage Vp applied in the primary coil. Number of turns in it be Np. If 5 is the flux linked in each coil of the primary coil, then Vp equal to, this is the negative sign of Np into d phi by dt. If all the flux are linked with the each turn of the secondary coil, then look at this, Vs becomes, look at this is the Ns into d phi by dt. The main assumption is there is no flux leakage in primary and in secondary coil. Okay, and resistance of primary and secondary coil are very small. Now dividing this is the Vs by Vp. So this equal to Ns by Np. Therefore voltage in the secondary terminal. Now the voltage in the secondary coil divided by voltage in the primary coil equal to number of turn in secondary coil divided by number of turn in primary coil. Okay, if Ns greater than Np, then Vs greater than Vp. So it is the step up transformer. And when Ns less than Np, then Vs less than Vp. So it is the step down transformer. If IP be the current in the primary coil and Is be the current in the secondary coil, then for an ideal transformer, Vs into Is equal to Vp into Ip. Okay? Otherwise, Vs into Is less than Vp into Ip. Okay? Look at this. When voltage increases, current decreases. Voltage decreases, current increases. Okay? Now, losses in transformer. Now, number one, flux loss. Look at this. Due to bad windings, some flux losses, the flux in the secondary coil is less than the flux in the primary coil. This will be avoided if the secondary coil will be wound over the primary coil, then no flux losses. Okay? Look at this. The primary and secondary coil are insulated thick wire, but it has some resistance. Due to this resistance, some electrical energy is converted into heat energy. So some electrical energy dissipated as heat energy. Now loss due to eddy current. As the core of the transformer is the soft iron, so some eddy current is produced, and due to this eddy current some energy is dissipated, and this eddy current will be minimized by using laminated iron core. Okay, now loss due to hysteresis effect. Due to magnetization and demagnetization of the iron core, the heat loss due to hysteresis. This is minimized by using soft iron core. Okay, now in a AC power transmission line, the input voltage is 2300 volt. Number of turn in the primary coil 4000. To get the output voltage 230 volt, find the number of turn in the secondary coil. Now look at this. We know Vs by Vp and this equal to Ns by Np. Now here Vs, now look at this, Vs equals to 230 volt and this is the 2300 volt and this is the Ns and Np equal to 4000. Okay, now look at this. So Ns equals to, this is the 4000 by 10, so this is the 400. Okay, no problem. Now next, in an hydroelectric power, water fall from a height 300 meter, rate of flow volume is 100 meter cube per second, efficiency 60%. Find the amount of electrical power. Now the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. Now electrical power produced is the 60% of mechanical power. Look at this. This is the mgh divided by T. Now look at this. This is the 60 by 100. This into rho into V by T into G 9.8 into H is the 300. Now look at this, V by T means dV by dt. So look at this is the 0.6, rho is the 1000, and look at this is the 100 and this is 9.8 into 300 watt. Okay, now look at this into this. So this is the 180 into 9.8 into 10 to the power 5. Okay, so look at this is the 18 into 9.8 into 10 to the power 6 watt. Therefore this is the 176.4 megawatt. Okay, no problem. Now 7.25. Look at this. The AC power 8000 kilowatt is transmitted at this voltage. So look at this, current I equal to, this is the P by V. So look at this is the 800 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 4000. This and this cancel out. So this is the 200 ampere. Okay. So power dissipated, this is small p I square into R. Now this is 200 square and R equals to 15. So look at this 40000 into 15. So look at this is the 60 into, so this is the 600 kilowatt. So heat dissipated is 600 kilowatt. Therefore, the power station should be supplied this plus this. So net power required P dash equals to, this is the 800 plus 600. So this is the 1400 kilowatt. Okay. Now PD across the line, this is equal to IR. Now I equal to 200 and this is the 15. So this is the 30,000 volt. So the power should be transmitted at the potential difference of 7,000 volt. Look at this, the generating station produces electrical power at 440 volt. So power should be stepped up from 440 volt to 7,000 volt. Okay, understood? Many thanks for watching this video. This video will be helpful for your CBSE, NEET, Main and Advanced. Please like, comment and share the video.